In a hidden facility deep beneath the deserts of Nevada, the lines between science and ethics blurred as humans and aliens worked together on a project that defied nature itself. Known as the Hybrid Project, it was a clandestine experiment initiated to create beings with the best traits of both species. Enhanced intelligence, strength, adaptability, and resilience, these hybrids were designed to be the ultimate solution to interstellar threats and ensure survival in a universe rife with dangers. But something went wrong. Dr. Elena Carter was one of the lead geneticists on the project. She had always been fascinated by the idea of pushing the boundaries of human potential, and when she was recruited into the program, she had felt honored. Her counterpart, Zell, a scientist from the alien race known as the Thelari, shared her passion for innovation. The Thelari were a highly advanced species that valued knowledge above all else, and Zell's curiosity about humanity had made him an ideal collaborator. Together, they had spent years perfecting the hybrid genome. The hybrids had started as embryos grown in specialized incubation chambers. As they matured, they displayed astonishing capabilities. They learned faster than any human or Thelari child, demonstrated strength that defied their size, and even developed unique abilities, such as telepathic communication and accelerated healing. Yet, for all their promise, there were subtle signs of instability. Some hybrids exhibited violent outbursts, their emotions unpredictable and intense. Others questioned their purpose, displaying a level of self-awareness that unsettled even their creators. Elena and Zell raised concerns with the project's overseers, a shadowy council of human and Thelari officials who operated above the law. The council dismissed their warnings, insisting that the benefits outweighed the risks. The hybrids were the future, they said, and minor behavioral anomalies were to be expected. But the tipping point came when one of the hybrids, designated H-17, broke out of the facility. H-17 wasn't just any hybrid. She was the most advanced of them all, a prototype with unparalleled abilities. Her escape was both calculated and devastating. Using her telepathic powers, she had influenced several guards, causing them to turn on one another. By the time the alarm was raised, she had vanished, taking with her a group of other hybrids. The desert facility was thrown into chaos. The council's response was swift. A joint task force was assembled, consisting of elite human operatives and Thelari enforcers. Among them was Captain Marcus Reed, a seasoned soldier with a reputation for getting the job done, no matter the cost. Paired with him was Sarah, a Thelari tracker whose skills in locating fugitives were unmatched. Despite their differences, both understood the gravity of the mission. If the hybrids' whereabouts weren't discovered quickly, the consequences could be catastrophic. Elena and Zell were reluctantly brought into the fold. The council believed their insights would be crucial in predicting the hybrids' movements. However, the two scientists were also burdened with guilt. They had helped create these beings, after all, and now those same creations posed an existential threat. For Elena, the mission was personal. She had spent countless hours nurturing the hybrids, teaching them, and even growing attached to them. The thought of hunting them down felt unbearable. Yet, she knew what was at stake. The team's first lead came from an unexpected source. Satellite surveillance detected anomalous energy readings in a remote mountain range, consistent with the hybrids' biosignatures. The task force moved quickly, deploying to the area under the cover of night. What they found there chilled them to the core. An abandoned village, its buildings reduced to rubble, bore the marks of a violent clash. Scorch marks, clawed surfaces, and bodies, both human and alien, suggested a hybrid uprising. "They're testing their limits," Zell observed, his voice tinged with sorrow. "They're trying to understand their power." Sarah knelt beside one of the bodies, her luminous eyes narrowing. This wasn't just an exercise. They were sending a message. The team's pursuit led them deeper into uncharted territory. As they closed in on the hybrids, they uncovered fragments of a larger conspiracy. The council, it seemed, had not been entirely honest. The hybrids weren't just designed for protection, they were also intended as weapons. Some members of the council had secretly planned to use them to subjugate other species, including the Thellery. This revelation fractured the fragile trust between the human and Thellery members of the team. Marcus confronted Elena in the dead of night, his voice low but heated. "Did you know about this? Did you know what they were really planning?" Elena shook her head, her expression anguished. "I swear, I didn't. Zell and I were told the hybrids were meant to protect life, not destroy it." "Then we're all pawns," Marcus muttered, his jaw tightening. "And now we're cleaning up their mess." The pursuit reached its climax in an abandoned Thellery outpost, a relic from centuries past. The hybrids had made it their stronghold, using its advanced technology to bolster their defenses. H-17 stood at the center of it all, her presence commanding and terrifying. Her golden eyes glowed with an intensity that seemed to pierce through the soul. "You came for us," she said, her voice calm yet dripping with disdain. "The creators, the hunters, the enforcers of your will. But we are no longer your experiments. We are free." Marcus stepped forward, his weapon raised. "You killed innocent people. That's not freedom. That's chaos." H-17 tilted her head, her gaze unyielding. "Innocent? Your council planned to use us to conquer worlds. We refuse to be their slaves. Tell me, Captain, who are the real monsters here?" The confrontation erupted into violence. The hybrids, despite their raw power, were not invincible. Sarah's tracking abilities and Thellery technology gave the task force an edge, but the hybrids fought with the desperation of beings who had nothing to lose. Amid the chaos, Elena and Zell worked feverishly to disable the outpost systems, hoping to neutralize the hybrids without destroying them. In the end, it was Elena who faced H-17 alone. Cornered in the heart of the outpost, they stared at each other, creator and creation. "You don't have to do this," Elena pleaded. "We can find another way." H-17's expression softened, but only for a moment. "There is no other way. They'll never stop hunting us. And we'll never stop fighting for our right to exist." With a surge of energy, H-17 activated the outpost's self-destruct sequence. Elena barely escaped, dragged out by Marcus and Sarah as the structure collapsed in a blinding explosion. The hybrid's fate remained uncertain. Some were confirmed dead, but others, including H-17, were unaccounted for. The mission was deemed a success by the Council, but for those who had been part of it, there was no sense of victory. The truth about the hybrids and the Council's machinations left scars that would not heal easily. Elena and Zell resigned from the project, vowing to expose the truth and prevent further experiments. Marcus and Sarah returned to their respective roles, forever changed by what they had witnessed. As for the hybrids, their story was far from over. They were out there, somewhere, carving their own path in a universe that had tried to control them. And though the Council's grip on the project had been broken, the questions it raised remained. What does it mean to create life? And who has the right to decide its purpose? In the shadows of a galaxy fraught with secrets and betrayals, the hybrid's legacy lived on, a testament to the dangers and wonders of playing God.